Trav is Wayne Goodsell. So, as I told you yesterday, I think, or the day before, I take priority for my video content of those who comment. Even if you're a hater, I'll still make a comment. You're not going to like it, but I'll still make a comment. The video this time was 2026 Groundhog Day. 2 days ago. So it was after 2 days ago. Message from LDS Mormon President Dallin Harris Oaks. Don't pay tithing angry. So yet, despite the tithing content of the video, Matthew Mitchell, using an obsolete program, computer program, as his thumbnail picture, says, okay, words have meaning. Just out of curiosity, your channel description contains the phrase, "Yet here I am," in caps, that I am, in caps. Does that mean you're claiming to be Jesus or the Lord? So that kind of confused me, because most people who believe in Jesus believe that Jesus is Lord. Even the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Or something else. Well, that leaves it wide open for me to say something else and not give you the answer. Because obviously it's not Jesus. So, you know, even though it's coded abusive questioning, I nonetheless replied. I suggest learning the subject matter rather than asking questions out of ignorance. As, all caps, you also read, I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. Now, why would that have anything to do with I am that I am? Yet clearly, you don't even know the historical origins of Christianity, let alone the pre-Babylonian captivity Jewish Egyptians. You know, the ones who use Paleo-Hebrew. And what would be worse for you is if you were a Mormon asking this question. I have yet to hear back from him. Have yet to hear back. Abraham, facsimile number 2, or figure number 2, facsimile number 5, is called in Egyptian Enish Go-on Dosh. This is one of the governing planets also, and is said by the Egyptians to be the sun, and to borrow its light from Kolob. That is the only place in Scripture where the term borrowed light comes from. Borrowed light is not scriptural. And yet, if I were to say it, as I did, everybody would know, as a Mormon, what I meant by it. because there have been many a conference talk on borrowed light. Borrowed light assumes that you're borrowing the word that is true. That's what it refers to. The word is light. So, the scripture I used in yesterday's video from Matthew, different Matthew, said that there are words that are darkness. Ooh, no. How can we know the difference between the two of them? So, now let's take you to the restored gospel of Jesus, rather than the old and busted gospel. Mormons don't believe that. Third Nephi, chapter 14. This is restored. Restoring the old and busted gospel. This is now restored. It's now true. These words are now light. Pause for assimilation in the brain. Verse 15. Beware of false prophets. Pretty much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has prophets. Christians don't. Islam doesn't. They only call their founder the prophet. Nobody else is the prophet, just Muhammad. So, what a relief that we only have true prophets these days. Who told you that? Did you run this test? This is presupposing that the prophets are false. But you've not run the test yet, so you don't know. So it's just a prophet. Beware of the words of prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. So yeah, if they're wearing sheepskin or sheep wool, beware. Do sheep have clothing? I know there are people who dress their pets. They all need to be locked up. How horrible. What are you doing? They need to be naked and free. But inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. All right, wait a minute. False prophets who wear sheep's clothing are inwardly wolves, and you will know that by the fruit. I'm confused. I don't understand. Do men gather grapes? Oh, grapes are fruit. Of thorns, thistles, briars, or noxious weeds. Or figs of thistles, briars, or noxious weeds. Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Why am I doing this basic Doctrine 101? Why? Why? I want to go back to talking about kolob. And people can't understand words that are coming out of my mouth. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth not good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fires of Armageddon. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them. So, prior to verse 7 says, ask and it shall be given unto you. So, there you go, Matthew. For everyone that asketh, receiveth. And then beam for judgment. Okay. So, it starts off with verse 1. And now it came to pass that when Jesus had spoken these words, he turned again unto the multitude and did open his mouth unto them again, saying, seed is likened unto word. Jesus is considered a prophet in this passage. He's considered to be true. We have to just assume and borrow the light to make that assumption, rather than running the test. Ta-da! So yeah, words that are true are light. Words that are false are darkness. So if you're borrowing light, you are parroting, quoting, regurgitating words that are true. But how do you know? Because you're just saying somebody else's words. Because if you're borrowing false words, you're borrowing darkness. One of the most infamous borrowed darknesses is the word of no man knows the day or the hour. But should we give you more examples before we get into it? The state of Utah legislature passed some new laws last year that took effect this year. One of which was the poor people cannot use SNAP money from the federal government to purchase soda pop. Other states included all junk food. So, the poor are now incentivized, because that's the word they use, to purchase healthy drinks, presupposing that soda pop is unhealthy. It's just flavored water with carbon fizz. Sometimes with caffeine. Hey, the legislature is mostly Mormon. There have been the Mormon myth that caffeine is a violation of the word of wisdom, that the word of wisdom is a commandment. Because it's in our temple recommend questions. 89. A word of wisdom. Hey, it's all capitalized. For the benefit of the council of high priests. Oh, not the quorum of the 12 apostles. Who's been following me? Who knows how hilarious that is? Assembled in Kirtland, 27th of February, 1833. And the church, and also the saints in Zion, to be sent greetings, not by commandment or constraint, but by revelation and the word of wisdom. So why is it called a commandment? I'm confused. I ran the test. Darkness. So if, by chance, that these Mormon boys in Congress and Governor Cox, who signed it into law, believe that sody pop is a violation of the word of wisdom if it has caffeine, and there are even some extremist Mormons who believe that soda pop is a violation of the word of wisdom and try to enforce it on other people. Light or darkness? Oh, darkness. Ding, 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 ding. So, we can even go further. Now the homeless can't buy soda pop, so they are forced to buy other liquids, if other liquids at all. There are some people who don't even have liquid with their meals. That was weird. Not even water? How are you able to eat and not flush this down? The invention of plumbing was one of the greatest discoveries ever. Not just the creation by one person of the alphabet called Paleo-Hebrew, which not even the Jews know the correct translation of I am that I am. That's not the correct translation. So it's extinct. Oh no, somebody needs to decipher Paleo-Hebrew. But yeah, Governor Cox signed more laws into law. We can know them by their fruits. Are the words of their laws true or false? Does it help the people of Utah, or does it put us further into darkness, bondage, confusion, and abuse? Because how much does it cost for orange juice? $8 a gallon? What the bleeping hell? $5 a gallon for milk? What the bleeping hell? And don't even get me started on the other fruit juices. So, did the legislature help the poor or hurt them? See, the problem isn't that they're purchasing sody pop. The problem is that the cost of healthy food is too high. Huh. poor for what purpose? Joseph Smith, our founder of Mormonism, is said to be the head of the church. There is no script. On a wing and a prayer, who can he be? Believe it or not, it's just me. Watched that faithfully as a kid. A regular human being given a superhero suit from space aliens. So true, man. Oh, what the hell are you doing? You shrunk yourself along with the instruction booklet and then enlarged yourself without the instruction booklet. And so the whole show is based upon hoping the aliens come back so that you can get another instruction booklet. Classic. Words, they're fundamental. Section 107, verses 91 and 92. And again, the duty of the president of the office of the high priesthood is to preside over the whole church and to be like unto Moses. What? Strange, that's not Jesus. It's not even Peter. What's going on here with Moses? Oh, he's the Jewish Christ? So Joseph Smith is the Jewish Christ. Huh. Well, that's not what we're taught on borrowed light. Or is it darkness? Ooh, darkness? Huh. Behold, here is wisdom. Yea, to be a seer, prophet, revelator, not even footnoted translator. Having all the gifts, that's even footnoted? Of God, which he bestows upon the head of the church. Wait, but Jesus is the head of the church. So how does Joseph Smith get it if he's not the head of the church? Because Jesus is. And why is he the man like Moses? Darkness alert! So Joseph Smith demonstrates this with Revelation chapter 12. He moves verse 5 to verse 3 to be part of verse 1 and 2. Even the footnotes put in parentheses, appendix, period. Note the changed sequence of verses in the JST dot and parentheses. It's just one verse. 5 is moved to verse 3, and 3 is combined with verse 4. That's it. It's just one. Guys, hello? Come on. Pay attention. Typing error. So, we're running the test on the word of no man knows the day or the hour of the coming of Jesus Christ. Even though we ran the test and Jesus failed, You did see, no, you didn't? The gifts of spirit, prophet, revelator, translator of President Dallin Harris Oaks, and you missed it? I ran the test on Dallin Harris Oaks. Is he true or is he false? Oh no! My whole faith bubble depends on it, aka borrowed light. Or is it darkness? You don't know. You didn't run the test. Give you a hint, spoiler alert, Oaks failed miserably. Ooh, his own words condemn him. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. If only the I am that I am could appear. Let's find out the day and the hour. From Revelation chapter 12. The church will not talk about this. So we got to go to Christians. So we got to venture onto the internet. As the internet's getting worse and worse by the day, I don't have much time left. It's frozen. So they're rushing to tell me I'm obsolete, and thus buffering to allow me to begin. Is Revelation 12, 1 to 2, the coming birth of Jesus Christ? Dear God, how slow can you be? So, AI, because we can always trust AI, their words would never be false. I have it on full faith of the borrowed light. Yes, Revelation 12, 1 to 2, and the following verses are widely interpreted. That's not what I asked. As a symbolic depiction of the birth of Jesus, set within a cosmic spiritual battle. The woman represents Israel, or Mary, bringing forth the Messiah immaculately, while the dragon, Satan, seeks to destroy Jesus. Roman Emperor Constantine, you naughty boy. Over 1,700 years ago now, created Christianity. Created idol statue god, not real homoousion, Jesus. Named him Jesus, in fact. And the fruits of the word of the first creed of Christianity of Roman Emperor Constantine over 1,700 years ago, last year, sent the world into the Dark Ages. So there's over 4 billion people on the earth today who still believe Roman Emperor Constantine's false word. They're living on borrowed darkness. Nonetheless, the day and the hour of Jesus. So, astronomy. Woman, clothed with the sun. Virgo with the sun. 2,000 years ago, that's when Jesus was born, according to the first creed. It was the middle of August to the middle of September. That's not even December, let alone the 25th of December. Nor the Mormon version of the 6th of April, 1 CE, unless you're using James E. Talmage's Jesus Christ, where he says it's 1 BCE, so that he's 1 year old in 1 CE, and therefore the Doctrine and Covenants passage, where it's the 830th year of our Lord Jesus, which means Bruce R. McConkie saying that Lehi left 600 years from the time he left Jerusalem would put the Exodus at 601 BCE. For the first year of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, phonetically the same. But who cares? So yeah, this is what the first creed of Christianity did, was destroy science, specifically astronomy. The moon under her feet. Yeah, the moon goes around the earth 29.4 days. So the middle of August to the middle of September, and the moon one time at the feet of Virgo. And so Leo is upon her head, but Leo is designated, even by them, with 9 stars. So there's 3 planets of the 5 visible planets. We don't know what they are. Oh no, what do we do? And so the woman being with child. Oh, that's Jupiter. There's a planet. So Jupiter is not in Leo, it's in the womb of mommy, the Virgin, Virgo. And so thus the need to bring verse 5 to verse 3, as Joseph Smith says it needs to. She gives birth to Jupiter. Caught up unto God, that's Saturn, the father of Jupiter. Hey, that's a 5th planet of 5 visible planets. Oh, there's only 3 left now. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are in Leo. Ta-da. So this is a precise date. What's going on right now? Never happened again, you missed it. What's going on right now? Oh, you missed that too. It will never happen again. Astronomy, it's a science. And Constantine destroyed it so that you wouldn't know. And yet he knew. His whole Cairo indicates he knows. Where would he get the Cairo from? What's going on? So, did you run the test with your Urim and Thummim to find it? You didn't? You don't have one? What? I thought everybody had one. Because everybody knows the day and the hour. 23rd September 2017. Hey, wait, that's not even in the Roman period of time. Yeah, no duh. Because the Jew who wrote it is not talking about literal history past. He's predicting the future. It's real simple stuff, and everybody gets it wrong. So we got to go to the restored gospel of Jesus, because you won't believe the old and busted gospel. 17. Yep. So, Saturn on his throne is chapter 16, verse 1. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw also the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and his train filled the temple. Ooh, a train set in the temple? Cool. My grandpa had a train set. He had to leave it behind when he sold the mansion. Mommy was pissed with Daddy, with Grandpa. So we go to 13 and 14. 13, because Emmanuel is Messiah ben David. Hear ye now, O house of David. Messiah ben David. Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Because this was written in English by Isaiah with the Qumran Community document. Oh yeah, there's the word sign in English. Sure enough, before English was even invented, there it is, sign in English. Behold, Virgo shall conceive Jupiter, and bear Jupiter, and shall call his name Emmanuel. Matthew. Question, Matthew. You guys make it too easy for me. Where's God with us? The restored gospel says it's not translated as God with us. The restored gospel doesn't even give us the translation of Emmanuel. If only there was another place in the Book of Mormon that would tell us this, or by Joseph Smith, who would tell us the translation of Emmanuel. Amen El. El Amen, of the house of El. Superman. Those Jews who wrote about Superman are so tricky clever. So tricky clever. Okay, I don't think we need to go to scriptures for this. We can use my pretty picture. Because I'd use the original picture showing you visions of how to interpret scripture. This was too complicated. I guess it was field specific. So instead I upgraded it to the SPiRiT of Joseph Smith from the Joseph Smith translation. So verse 1, he adds in the likeness of things on the earth. That's a vision or a dream. You know, every night you go into REM sleep and you dream. And you see likenesses of things on earth. People, places, things. And they are portrayed in a story form for you. But they're not literal histories, are they? There are some people who believe that they are real people and that they're spirits coming to your spirit or your spirit going to their spirit to communicate. Your spirit leaves your body during each night, during REM sleep. What is the basic Mormon doctrine about the spirit and the body that we teach as missionaries in the plan of salvation? body, dead. Spirit, life. Spirit, enter body. God sperm matters. Body lives. Spirit separate from body. Body dies. And yet, I want to scream. Mormons, why are you stupid? I see stupid Mormons. They're so stupid. Why? The word. You have the word. Read it. Don't borrow it and create new word that isn't there. Oh, I forgot to put end parentheses on that one. Oh my God. So yes, all of the dragons and the woman and child, they're likenesses of things on the earth because they're not in outer space. That's for seer. He is seeing likenesses of things on earth. Vision, dream. As a prophet, he's predicting the future. So the likenesses have an actual thing in the future. So Joseph Smith tells us in verse 7, Virgo as the sign, woman as the likeness, is the church in the future, not in the past, before the author wrote this. The future church. And Joseph Smith is saying it's Joseph Smith's church that he restores. Had just restored, 6th of April, 1830. Jesus is now 1,830 years old. Or is it 1,829? Yeah, if it's the 23rd of September 2017, which it's not an if, it's the fact. Joseph Smith is talking about the future church on the 23rd of September 2017. And so, the Jupiter planet as the sign, as the likeness of a child, is the Christ. So the Christ is born on the 23rd of September 2017 as, or from, Joseph Smith's church. But born is the likeness, not the prediction of the future. It's the start of the ministry. The Mormon, who's the Christ of Mormons, from Mormon's church, starts his ministry on the 23rd of September 2017. That Emmanuel, Messiah ben David, the I am that I am. So yes, Revelator is day and hour. We do know the day and the hour of the coming of the Christ. It's just not Jesus. That's why Christian wrote in Matthew, the word of darkness, no man knows the day or the hour. Because John did, Isaiah did, even Matthew did, even though it botched Emmanuel. It's astronomy for Revelator. Signs in heaven. And so yeah, translator, Revelation 16:16 to keep with the Revelation theme. In the Hebrew tongue. Not biblical, not Greek, even though Greek and Hebrew are from the same origin of Paleo-Hebrew. Not Aramaic, not Mesopotamian, Hebrew. So that's why it's important when going over the restored gospel of the old and busted gospel from Isaiah. For sign, because he helps confirm the 23rd of September 2017 with the spelling of the word sign. Sign in the heavens is also a sign in the heavens of the coming of Emmanuel. And it's kind of important to know that he's the sun god at noonday. You know, Superman, House of El, receives his power from the sun. Those Jews. Next you'll be telling me they'll be doing a space show. Something like Star Wars or whatever. With the Judah battling the Sith Lords. And handmade Amidala. And Ashkenazi Anakin. And Yoda, Utah, Judah. Can you imagine the nightmare that would cause? Christians would be going berserk. Superman having babies. We can't have that teaching our kids. He needs to talk about Jesus. Zod. Zod. Not God. Classics. So yeah, that's why I've been doing the pretty pictures for you, so that you can understand, and you don't. It's too confusing. Wait, the Chi Rho is the coming of the Christ? Oh, Russia, all you had to do was ask. I would have told you. The Zay is the Cairo. Your founder of Russian forgot to tell you what it meant? Strange. Okay. All you had to do was ask. Exactly. Everybody knew the date. Everybody knows the date. It's the 3 solar eclipses over the United States of America. And yep, sure enough, the first one is in 2017. And the last one is Revelation 19, verses 11 and 17, with the Lamb, Jupiter in Aries. Sign in the heavens, likeness of things on the earth, prediction of the future. From Hebrew. SPiRiT, seer, prophet, revelator, translator. That's it. That's all. So, now let's apply it in our daily lives. I went over this again with you guys yesterday. How many of those who are following me are studying your scriptures with the SPiRiT? Guys, please don't let me down. Please. Please. Tell me you're not living on my borrowed light. Please. 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 So, the Book of Mormon is made up of different stories that are combined together into one narrative. So go over each story separately, one at a time. So the first one, 1 Nephi, chapter 1, you go and tell you could stop it at 1 Nephi chapter 2 verse 4, because tense are involved here. So that the second story is verse 5 to 15. And my father dwelt in the tent. But you can include the second story with the first if you want. Either one is okay. But we'll just go over the first one, not include the second one. The Valley of Eden, baby. In the Valley of Eden, baby. Don't you know the God of baby? Okay, so this is the vision. This is the likeness of things on the earth. So identify the characters and the places. Make a list. So we start with Nephi, but he's the narrator of this story, so he doesn't get included here. So he's talking about his father. So Lehi. Lehi knows the translation of Paleo-Hebrew and Egyptian. So Lehi is a translator. Verse 4, Zedekiah, Judah. There's Lehi again. Now Jerusalem. In that same year, which the literal history of Zedekiah, his first year as king was 597. So write that in for Zedekiah, 597. Even though this is a future prediction, because there's going to be math involved with the signs in the heavens. And so, Lehi, with others, are prophets. So Lehi is a translator, and now he's a prophet. Oh. Uh-huh. So Lehi prays, and he has a vision. He's a seer. So under Lehi, you have translator, you have prophet, now you have seer. You're studying our Book of Mormon. Don't tell the church leaders. This will lead to apostasy of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So he returns to his own house at Jerusalem. And so his inheritance in Jerusalem. And so he goes to bed, overcome with the Spirit of the things which he had seen. Being thus overcome with the Spirit, he was carried away on his bed in a vision, because he's a seer. And so even that he saw the heavens opened, he's a revelator, because a seer is a prophet and a revelator. For the astronomy, calendar dates, and clock times. So Lehi is a translator, he's a prophet, he's a seer, and now he's the full Spirit with revelator. All we need now is the keys of Moses for an Exodus. And so he sees God sitting upon his throne. Hey, wait a minute. This is familiar. I wonder why. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. He sees one descending out of the midst of heaven. His luster was above that of the sun at noonday. The sun god at noonday? Well, I know that there's some guy named MORMON of the 18th dynasty, specifically, with the David Moses pharaohs, who's the sun god at noonday for the order of the priesthood. But to avoid the too frequent repetition of the name MORMON, they, the original church, used Melchizedek, king and high priest, for Pharaoh. Sounds like it would be scripture. I wonder if it's in section 107, verses 2 through 4. Basic Mormon stuff. They had scriptures and I don't even know. Yes, Emmanuel. Amazing. And here he is as a man like Moses, as we're about to get to. Shh, spoiler alert. And so then 12 others in Leo. Yeah, the date is the 23rd of September 2017 when Lehi starts his ministry. To who? All the Jews in Jerusalem. Jews. 23rd September 2017 in Judah, Jerusalem, Jews. Can any Mormon figure this out yet? Because we are waiting to figure out the prediction of the future on the 23rd of September 2017 of the Mormon who is born from the church of Joseph Smith on the 23rd of September 2017 to start his ministry in Utah to Mormons who are Jews. Do you see how the Book of Mormon was written now? And you thought it was literal history, huh? Book of Mormon as literal history is darkness. Book of Mormon was SPiRiT, light. Huggable, lovable, squeezable, unbelievable. Idaho chick is so lucky she's got another grandchild. She gets to spend all her time with the baby. Not fair. Baby's so good. Alrighty, so where do we get to the Exodus part? Obviously when he leaves. And so he's declaring to Mormons about the Book of Mormon, about the warning destruction of mankind, and you really need to go in an Exodus with him, otherwise you're going to be destroyed. It's coming. And how did they treat him again? Matthew, can you help out with this? Oh, you denied him? Huh. So, yeah, here's the Exodus. I already read it to you. Verse 4 of chapter 2. And it came to pass that he departed into the wilderness. Just like Revelation chapter 12, the church woman flees into the wilderness. Exodus. And so he left his inheritance to go to Zion, which in this particular case is the Red Sea, which is wrongly translated as the sea that Moses parted to pass through on dry ground for the Exodus. Ta-da. He has the keys of Moses. He is a seer. He is a prophet. He is a revelator. He is a translator. At the beginning of the Book of Mormon, story number 1, using the SPiRiT. Now do it with the rest of the Book of Mormon. Do it with the Bible. Do it with scriptures that the Jews said, or the Christians said, abominable, evil, of the devil. Darkness. Really? Huh. I think I will decide that. So. And yeah, it would help if you knew Hebrew also. because there's some fun stuff here. Laman, Lemuel, Sariah. Let goddess prevail. It also helps to know the Jewish calendar, holidays, holy days. Tent is the Feast of Tents, Sukkot, Tabernacles, Ingathering, Harvest, you know, Exodus. But if you don't, you can use the SPiRiT anyway to get the basic level understanding. Stick to the facts, stick to the Jews, don't go beyond and try to claim that, oh, the bad person is you, Travis. Or make up dates for the 600 years from the time Lehi left. Don't do that. You're making up words that I already know is false. Darkness. So yes, because you didn't use the SPiRiT previously, your mind was darkened. And that's why ex-foes and never-mos all laughed at you by saying that the Book of Mormon is not literal history. Because it's not. And yet you make stuff up to try to defend the darkness that you've held on the Book of Mormon. Thus, you are under condemnation for not using the SPiRiT to study your Book of Mormon. That's why there are confusions and questions and contradictions. And why does the Book of Mormon say that priestcraft is a violation of the commandments? And yet here section 119 says that priestcraft is now the law of Jesus for Zion. Who told you the Book of Mormon was literal history? Oh, the same person who put in section 119 in his Doctrine and Covenants after Joseph was assassinated? Huh. So Brigham Young is a false prophet wearing sheep's clothing, who's a wolf inside? Ravening wolf? Who produces fruit? Stop it! Stop it! Yeah. How great is your darkness? So, the rest of it we'll go over with the news. So the Mormon Bros of Renee Good testified in Congress, and they're more likely still active in the church. We don't know, but, you know, if we're going to judge by the outward appearance, sure, they're faith promoting. And there they were in Congress, talking about how wrong it was for ICE to have murdered her, to vilify her when everybody saw the tape. And all of the people who are living on borrowed darkness protecting ICE. She deserved to die. She's that ICE is fully vindicated in what they did. Really? So the words of the Constitution and the laws pursuant thereof don't have any meaning for you? Yeah, you can run it on government too, not just for religion. Remember, I started off with the Utah legislature. So, Prop 4 is an attempt to repeal the new map that is favorable to Democrats in the state of Utah. And there are bad actors who are going around collecting signatures, deceiving people, and even lying on the documents and lying about the signatures. And so, like I said, when I was getting my ID renewed, a guy was out front, and full disclosure, he was a black man in the state of Utah who is racially attacked for being black, because the church is still racist since 1978. And here he is with his table and signatures, clipboard, telling people to sign the petition for please explain, because I know there's a controversy over this issue about the map for districts. And I asked him, is it for the new map to keep it, as a judge ordered it to be kept? And then we found out the other day that Governor Cox signed into law the expansion of the courts to include more judges because judges can't judge correctly. And then the Utah State Bar came out and says, no, you guys can't tamper with the courts like this to alter laws. You guys are not understanding the letter and spirit of the law, the word. And we will disbar you. And so, you know, I went over in detail with him to make sure that what he is asking for me to sign is to support the new map. And he said yes. And so I signed it. So if he lied to me, he obtained my signature under false pretenses. He deceived me to get my signature. There was no text to read to find out what it was. It was only the signature form to sign. That was it. That's why I had to ask him, is it for the map, the new map that had been chosen and approved of by a judge? He said yes. So I signed it. Hope he's not Haitian. Even though a judge came out and said, no, you can't do that yet. That doesn't stop Trump. case you forgot. So yeah, that's causing a scandal here in Utah. The Republicans are not happy because they know the fruit of this map. They've worked very hard to gerrymander, I mean fairly make a map for all people to be represented. This needs to be another video. Let apostates rage. Nobody listens to anti-Mormons. That's how the church treats apostates for Mormons, to keep your faith bubbles. You vilify us as apostates and anti-Mormon, antichrist, Korahor, Nehors. Name-calling, bullying. And therefore we are the other, we are the enemy, and therefore you don't listen to us. And light, darkness, borrowed light, borrowed darkness. You're not even listening if you don't believe. So it's the year of the unhappy horse in China. See, when I first heard about that, China toy makers were making horses for the Horse New Year. And one of the product came out with a frown instead of a smile. If by chance you meet a frown, do not let it stay. Quickly turn it upside down and smile that frown away. Nobody likes an insurrectionist. The Chinese government will murder you. Quickly smile and post that smile or die. Today. Yeah. And so all I had in my vision when I heard the news story was little girls in China who sees the smile or the frowny face horse and she wants it so badly. Oh, yeah, the island of misfit toys. Rudolph fit right in after Clarice. So, oh yeah, the two videos. Oh my hell. Utah News, what the hell? You have, I think it was KSL and KUTV2. KSL did the news coverage of a judge rejecting a plea deal with a psychologist who were photographing, videotaping the nakedness of his clients. A sexual deviant as a psychologist. Okay? KUTV2 had a psychologist. I condemned KSL for embracing psychology. They eventually stopped. And then the psychologist moved on to Fox 13. I immediately shut that down. ABC4, yeah, Sarah, hurry back, your channel is falling to crap. I notice you're not doing any modeling of your outfits anymore. What the hell, girl? You're supposed to call me. Got the other woman doing it instead. She needs help too. She can call me too. I'll help her with color coordination. Nonetheless. And now KUTV2 sneaks in a Nazi psychologist article about how they're claiming childhood trauma from psychologists lasts a lifetime. Yeah, because you tell them they're traumatized for life and that they need to come in and see you every single day of their life so that you can give them drugs that will murder them. Just want to scream. This is where psychologists deceive people, words of darkness. Run the test. Claiming that people need to feel safe, to feel good, to feel happy. And that's how you cope and get over your trauma. But they say you're traumatized for life. And so you need to always come and see them and pay them money so that they can live a lavish lifestyle. And you get Jody Hildebrands, who think that they can be their own independent employee. Yeah. Psychologists cause the trauma. That's another video that I had written down, right? Not that one. Somewhere. Yeah, there's Psycho. I see Psycho. Way behind. So yeah, stop it, KAUTV2. Dear God. These psychologists are the ones who are stalking me, apparently. As I'm exposing them, and then they go and run and hide, and then they go find another one. Oh gee, you've got none left. You've used them all up, and I've chased you out of all of them. Get the hell out of Utah now. Get the hell out of America. You guys all need to be rounded up and put in prison. Even though your crimes are capital crimes of capital punishment. So yay for the judge who said no plea deal. It's unacceptable. Iran declared war on the United States, and we still have 2 more days until the talks. They said, as long as America doesn't attack them, they won't attack us, and oops. They tried pulling a Putin on us. We didn't tolerate it. So yeah, prepare for war, guys. Any day now. I'm still horrified that none of the enemies that have been bribed and paid to commit the terrorist acts have acted yet. What are you guys waiting for? You had multiple opportunities to do this, and you all failed all of them. I'm very disappointed with you guys. I'm waiting for Zion. Not that Mormons believe. But still, what's going on? Is Trump really that powerful? Is he strong like Putin? Putin had this great idea to hand over our intelligence agents to Putin for interrogation. It's a great idea. I think I'm going to do that. Thanks for the beach ball. So, search for Jesus is also another video. The rest are AI stuff. The search for Jesus, because you do understand that you do know the day and the hour, and it's not Jesus because Jesus didn't show. So that kind of sucks for Mormons. Oops. Oopsies. So the first AI is an AI tech executive put out the warning. AI is only dangerous when it's given access to your device. Oops. And I warned before Christmas that AI toys that flooded the stores for Christmas last year are dangerous. They're only dangerous when they're given access to AI. And yet, he went and bought them anyway. Why aren't you listening to me? Are you living on borrowed darkness to judge me according to that darkness? Because all you can see is darkness, and therefore all you can judge me by is darkness. And so, yeah, I'm dark. Duh. Oh my God. And so, one of the kids' toys was an AI watch. And I just finished watching Zoe with the episode of the new watch of AI that catches on fire and burns people's hands. Why is nobody listening? Exactly. A Mormon boy got an AI watch for Christmas. Sarah! And it caught on fire. It's getting hot, Mommy. It burns. Take it off. It was programmed by a human to burn people, to kids. We were warned. And I get inspired as to the shows to watch. For this reason. You're not listening. Stop it.